Thanks for tuning in to Steel City Football, the 4-1-2. It's a great day to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. Let's jump right in. So Terry Bradshaw, he absolutely tries to destroy Aaron Rodgers, and he sounds completely insane. One of the big things that he says is, what are they going to do? Are they going to just bring him in for 1 year? What the hell is that? Yeah, absolutely, Terry. That's what they need to do. The Pittsburgh Steelers, Mike Tomlin, Omar Khan, and Art Rooney need to bring in Aaron Rodgers for 1 year until next year's draft, where they can find their potential franchise quarterback. Terry, you make no sense. Yeah, he would be a great bridge. He would give you the best chance to go deep in the playoffs. Let's jump into what Terry Bradshaw had to say, and then I'll criticize from there. Let's go.
That is just, to me, is a joke. What are you going to bring him in for 1 year? Are you kidding me? I mean,
that's not the Steelers' way, right?
No, man, that guy needs to stay in California and go, somewhere and chew on bark and whisper to the gods out there.
He needs to stay in California and chew on bark and talk to the gods out there. You know, Terry, it's just you make these comments and then you wonder why your jersey number is not retired. If you're going to honestly sit there and say that he doesn't give the organization the best chance to win, you don't want what's best for the black and gold. Are the Pittsburgh Steelers fully prepared to go into the season with Mason Rudolph and try to win? Absolutely. But Aaron Rodgers threw for more yards than Josh Allen last year and had 28 touchdowns. He was absolutely phenomenal on a totally garbage team called the New York Jets, where Mason Rudolph was on a terrible team called the Tennessee Titans, and they were absolutely atrocious. And Aaron Rodgers made the New York Jets competitive. So, Terry, just because you don't like the guy personally doesn't mean that should just rule out him not coming to the Steelers. You don't have to like the way he's handled the situation. But guess what? He's been perfectly honest and upfront with the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. Aaron Rodgers has told Omar Khan, he has told Mike Tomlin, he has told Art Rooney, people in his inner circle are sick. He needs to tend to them. He needs as long as possible to make his decision that he would play for $10 million a year. How come Terry Bradshaw doesn't mention all the good things that Aaron Rodgers has done? Like, be upfront with the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. Won't give them a hard time about the contract. Will come in and tutor the younger guys, which we all know he will. He did it with Jordan Love. But no, Terry's just worried about, calling he's the California kid, a weirdo in the woods, eating shrooms and sitting there in his underwear talking to trees and God. That's what Terry Bradshaw came up with. It's stupid. It's just dumb. And then Terry Bradshaw goes on to say how he liked Kenny Pickett so much better than Aaron Rodgers. Like, Terry, come on, bro. For real. I mean, you can't be this far gone comparing Kenny Pickett, even in Aaron's old age, to Aaron Rodgers. Like, Aaron Rodgers is night and day better quarterback than Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett played 2 years of football and threw for a total of 16 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers had 28 in one season. It's all personal. It's all personal. That's all it is. It's all personal and it's all politics. And I don't care about any of that. I want the Pittsburgh Steelers to go as far as possible into the playoffs, win a Super Bowl. And with Aaron Rodgers at the helm, we have that chance. We have that ability. We know if Aaron Rodgers signed tomorrow, we would all be celebrating and take a deep sigh and be relieved that he's a Pittsburgh Steeler. And I really believe that Terry Bradshaw, it's just a personal preference. He likes Kenny Pickett because Kenny's into country music and Garth Brooks and all that. So that makes Kenny Pickett a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers is a California kid and you don't like his personality? I mean, you sound absolutely ridiculous, Terry. Show support for the organization. Show support for the black and gold. And remember one thing. This isn't the first time that Terry Bradshaw has said derogatory things about the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's notorious for criticizing Coach Tomlin, and that's fine. That's Coach Tomlin. He gets paid a lot of money to take criticism, to take heat for his coaching. You sign up for that. But when it comes to other players, and you were an ex-NFL player, that brotherhood, remember what he did to Big Ben Roethlisberger? Big Ben won't talk to him to this day. When Big Ben had those sexual, allegations against him, I read the police reports. That woman, what she admitted in those police reports, she should have went to prison for filing she wanted to have Big Ben's baby and get pregnant on purpose the first day. She admitted that in a police report that she was trying to set up Big Ben. And Terry Bradshaw, he didn't take the time for 1 minute to read a police report. I remember it clear as day. He just went on TV and he started destroying Big Ben, making him sound like what the R word is. And it was absolutely ridiculous. He did no homework. He did no research. He didn't even read the police report. Because if you read that police report, none of that, you would have never said anything like that about Ben. All you would have said is this: Ben, when you go out, you need to have security with you and you need to make better decisions where you go and hang out at so this can't happen again. Big Ben, and we hear this rumor all the time. Like anytime you talk about Big Ben online, everybody's like, oh, he's a, you know what? No, he's not. That woman should have went to prison for what she tried to do to Big Ben. She admits it in the entire police report. It's absolutely ridiculous. And do you think the Steelers have a short memory? You don't think they remember all the stupid things that Terry's saying? And then we keep wondering. I was shocked. I thought that Terry Bradshaw's jersey number was retired already. I did until I read an article and it wasn't. And people keep saying, why isn't his number retired? Well, when you constantly come out and bash the organization, I understand your and Coach Knowles' relationship was a little rocky. I get it. But you got to move on sometimes. And he has done nothing but bash the organization in the press all the time. Big Ben, Coach Tomlin, the Kenny Pickett situation. Now we're going to Aaron Rodgers. You know, he was notorious for calling Coach Tomlin, saying he was just a rah-rah guy and he wasn't a coach, like a motivational type speaker. I mean, come on, Terry. You got to make better. You got to be smarter with your words. You got to make better choices every time you speak. Support the black and gold. Be positive. As you know more than all people that you need to have everything right. And for you just to come out and say, uh, forget Aaron Rodgers and still talk about Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett, he went to the Eagles. The Eagles didn't think highly of him. The Eagles let him go to the Browns. And guess what? It's going to be the same old story for the Cleveland Browns with Kenny Pickett. And another thing, Terry, Kenny Pickett was asked to compete for his job with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he was upset about it. And he wanted to be traded to the Philadelphia Eagles of all places. He knew he was never going to beat out Jalen Hurts. He was more than content being a lifetime backup, getting huge checks. But Terry Bradshaw can't figure that out. Somehow, the Steelers organization failed him. I know one thing. If Aaron Rodgers signs with the Pittsburgh Steelers, we will be super competitive in every single game, and we will have a chance to win every single game this season with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Terry, please start to think a little bit more before you speak because it looks personal. It looks like a personal issue. If you looked at Aaron Rodgers' stats last year, this would not be coming out of your mouth. You don't have to. Your perception of the situation has nothing to do with reality. Again, Aaron Rodgers was up front with the Pittsburgh Steelers. His inner circle is sick. He needs time to handle that. He'll play for $10 million. You couldn't just focus on all the positive things. He's been super upfront and nothing but honest with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for tuning in to Steel City Football, the 4-1-2.